always give them the option of leaving, right? Like that's the only way you can fix a behavior that's undesirable, is by making sure they have the option to make that choice. It's like the horsey version of free will. And then at that point, we'll redirect him to where we want him to go, okay? So right now, I'm just currying his belly, you know, and he's being really good, but we've already done all the other stuff we did, right? So, but he's figured all that out. He's being a sweet boy. He says, that feels really delicious, or the rope looks like it's going to taste good. But all of this, like, it's his job to kind of hang out. So I'm just going to push his little nose away because I don't want his face on me. He is a colt, right? He's a little stuck colt. So he's going to be a little bit more chompy than the other horses. One, their mouth is their only exploratory organ. So that's part of it. And then, so he's wanting to kind of feel, the only way he can feel something is by putting it in his mouth. But two, this, like our curry, or doing a hard curry like this, emulates mutual grooming, which is what they do with each other. So see the horses outside like doing this to each other.
Yes. He loved it when I did that to him the other day.
And that's what his mama did to him and everything else. Okay, so they really like that. Also, when I'm right, if you see me reach down and do a little scratch on their wither, it's for the same thing. They're being good horses.
Always love it.
Yeah. So that's just another way to kind of go about it. I'm going to do the slappy thing on this side too because there's lots of that happens. But like I said, like this is how I start teaching them how to ground tie, right? Like it's his job to stand here. I have a lot of faith and I can read their bodies pretty good, so I can feel if he's about to screw away. Sometimes you might see me put my foot here just so I have a little something to grab. But he's being really good. So I'm going to walk back around the other direction, stand. And just come back over here and do something. And I'm currying with a lot of pressure, right? Like there is pressure applied to this. And they like it. Slappy game. Okay. This is fine. He's checking me out, but he doesn't get to open his mouth on me. So then we're going to go back to what he was kind of freaking out about earlier, which is this noise, right? He wasn't too sure. And again, you want to put yourself in this little safety net or a little safety hole. But I'm still letting him make the choice whether he wants to run away or hang out, right?
Okay.
And when he kind of stands and I feel relaxed a little bit, I'm going to give him some more little scratches because we know that's really awesome. That's positive reinforcement, okay? And then I'm going to go back to something he might not like too much, which is our slappy noise. Oh, and he's walking away a little bit, and that's okay. Good boy. But the second he stops moving, I'm going to reward that behavior because that's what I'm looking for, okay? We want him just to stand and be chill. Ooh, you like the massage feeling? Ooh. That's good stuff. Okay. And we'll kind of do it back here. More slappy noises. He doesn't know. That's okay. But even earlier, you know how he was like running off?
Yeah.
Now he's really like, okay, like I don't need to run away, right? He's like, I can just hang out here. Good boy. Because what you want to correlate, like all the scary noise stuff that's happening on him, we just want him to know that it doesn't mean anything bad's going to happen, okay? And he did get a little bit of trauma yesterday from scary noise things happening.
Yes, he did.
2 days ago, or wherever that was.
Yeah.
Cool. So now I'm going to do it to the other side. Maybe we get a little bit more of a reaction, and then you can have it on camera how to fix. Buddy, you need to just let that go. Same thing. Even now, we'll tell him to whoa, stand. And we'll start off doing scratches. Put myself in my little box. He's already getting a little uncomfortable, which is okay. He gets the option. So at first, I'm just gonna, my left hand is over here. I'm just giving him scratches. Just hanging out with him in our little safety bubble. He doesn't get to think about running off. Nope. And it's always easier for them to kind of take that new stimulus when it's up closer to their neck or their shoulder. So anytime we do something new, we always want to approach them like at their neck or at their shoulder, because it's a lot easier for them to tolerate. Then when you start going to the back end, that's where they think that we're a predator and we're trying to eat them. So you just want to be a little quick. So he starts looking too much over to the right, looking for an escape plan. I'm just going to lightly, I'm not being mean, I'm just real lightly bringing his nose back and having him think a little bit more. Good boy, there you go. That's okay, good boy. You're going to get your foot in your water tub in a second. Hi. Rib cage was a no. But even then, this is a lot better than what we had earlier, right? Like he was like zooming away. Good boy. But we want, why I like specifically this cross between Flynn and him, because they're the same, right? Same breeding. Is that they're both thinking horses. So like he's thinking like how, like, one, what in the world are you asking of me, right? Like that's always the first thing they think of, okay? And then two, what gives me that really nice release of pressure, you know? And right now our release of pressure is going to be a combination of letting that go and giving him positive reinforcement. The positive reinforcement is going to be his scratches, okay? Like that's what he likes, that feels good, okay? And then we can go back to this. And he's unsure, but I like that. You see how where he's looking at me now instead of looking the opposite way? He's just like, I don't know what's going on, but so far you haven't been scary. So I guess this is something that we can work with. But this is going to prepare us. Good boy. This is what's going to get us used to like tossing the saddle blanket on and everything else. Because you don't want to be super delicate with the horses. If you kind of sneak around and do stuff, what we end up doing is asking them to honestly look for something they should be scared of, okay? So we just really want to make sure that anything we do is pretty deliberate and that we're not walking on eggshells around our horses, okay? Otherwise, you'll create a horse that's scared of everything, and we don't want that. I would rather you fake it till you make it, as long as you're being kind, which you're not going to have that problem, okay? Or anything else, but he's a good little boy. We're backing up, and that's cool. Good boy. He's like, that was a long time of just touching me. But then we can go back to this where we're standing tied. I'm going to top him a little bit. We'll see if he wants to make a choice. Oh, he's figuring out that that is an option. But what a good boy for not taking it. What a good boy. Hi, darling. But see the difference? And his eyes are getting a little softer and he's relaxing a little bit more. That's really what you want. And again, every time he moves, I'm just going to put myself back in my little, I'll call it like a hidey hole. Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, and then that's what we always want to see. Okay, that's lick and chew. That's like, oh, okay. I get it. It's not that big of a deal. Oh my goodness. Now your mommy gets to do it.
Oh gosh.
And we always have to leave with the kids because they have the best noses.
I know.
You and your brother have the best.